running all the way from Santa Monica to Vegas. I was optimistic about it, but like deep down inside, I was like, I don't know physically if I could do that. I love doing stuff that people think is absolutely insane. I lose money every time I do journeys. During those like the most difficult times, I'm thinking like this is only gonna be like temporary. My legs always come back. And this is why we did it for mental health. If you're going through pain, just know it will get better in time. Just keep on going forward. I still have that feeling. I still feel like I'm like an underdog, and that's like the best feeling. Like I'd rather feel like that than feel like someone who has everything in the world. Before my America trip, I was so different. I was like an arrogant, I wouldn't call myself like a piece of shit, but like I was just like wild. And the reason I think I like capitalize so much on these journeys is because it's like they just like changed me for who I am. It makes me like calm down and humble down as be this person, because I've seen so much. Following your dreams and like doing whatever the hell you want, it does come with a price. People were like telling me when I was in Japan that I stole the money, and like, so that's what put me like really down in the dumps, and I was like, I don't want to do this again no more.
So the whole purpose of this conversation is to inspire someone to like understand that they can truly do whatever the fuck. And you're the obviously like a prime example of that. You've done some crazy shit that doesn't even make sense. You've done so much shit that everyone in the comments are like, you have to be so stupid to do this because blank.
Or they think it's fake.
Or they think it's fake.
Or they think I'm like cheating my way out of it. Yeah.
Exactly. So you've done so much of that, and obviously I've seen it firsthand to another degree, because we're literally grew up with each other since we were fucking like, we'll call it like 12 years ago probably.
Yeah, probably. I think I was like 9 or 10.
Oh shit, you're 9 or 10?
I think wait, no, I don't know. You say I think you were 13.
Yeah, because I was in the
And how old are you now?
grade, bro.
You're 29?
I was 12, bro.
You're 29 now?
I'm 29.
So that means I was 10.
Quick math, bro. How much is that? 12 to 29. 17 years, bro.
17?
We've been running with that. 17 years.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I've known you for 17 years.
It's fucking crazy.
And so I got to witness obviously another degree of like you just fucking doing anything that you want to do. Like since the fucking beginning, you know, you've always had that. And the whole point of this podcast is to inspire someone to really understand that they can do that shit. Because you hear that shit all the time, like, yeah, you can do whatever you want, blah, 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 blah. And it just goes right over people's heads. And I think that, I don't know what it is, because I have the same exact, like, perspective on the world. I'm so delusional. I feel like I can do fucking anything. Yeah. And I will do it to the degree that I want. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it is within our childhood or whatever the fuck that just kind of inspired us to understand that that's a reality. Yeah. So the whole purpose of this is to go into your journey to show that, like, no, you can do it, whatever the fuck you want. Yeah. And you are like the prime example of doing so.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I like preaching too, like about all this stuff, because people always ask me, how is it possible? How are you able to go through this and that and like power through these moments? I'm like, you know, I just didn't want to give up, you know, like that's not like an option. And like I just tell people, it's like it's like how bad you want it, you know what I mean? Like I really wanted to do all these things I did. Even when I was younger, I really wanted to like pursue like the video stuff. So like school or like hanging out with my family, like that stuff didn't matter because I was focused on this. And then so I did that, and like, you know, it's always exactly what you said, doing whatever I wanted, which is like I feel like it's like a good and a bad thing in a way, but like for me, I used it in a good way. I try to use it in a good way. It's like, if I'm gonna do what I want, like, I want to use it in a positive way of going to these like countries and skating across it, and then after like pushing a positive message, right? And like just trying to do something in that way, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you definitely have done that exact thing, which is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's been crazy, and there's obviously I could do things better and stuff. Like now I was talking to my friend. He was telling me he should make this into a business thing now, because I don't focus on business with any of my journeys, anything at all. Like I could be making a lot of money, and I missed out on so much money, but it's because I rather just do it for the love and like how it is. Like I lose money every time I do like journeys, and or I break even or something like that. But it's always just for the love. And I really wish I could find something like my main thing what I want to do now is find like a brand, like a energy drink company or a shoe company, something like a really big high-end company that would just like pay me salary monthly, whatever, for me to do these journeys. As long as those are all like comped, you know what I mean? Everything's fucking like chill, then I could do what I'm doing now. All I have to do is focus on training, keeping my body alive, everything's healthy, and I could do whatever. I could do like 4 journeys a year. I could do some crazy stuff.
Yeah, and that's the beauty about this world is that anything is possible.
Everything is possible. That's why this is the next chapter in my life. Like I showed I could physically do stuff possible and mentally, because a lot of this is mental. But now I want to show like the business aspect, like what I want right now. And speaking about it, like I'm gonna get like a really good deal to where at a point I could do 4 journeys a year, and I'll be fine. You know, I could have my spot. I could live comfortably because, yeah, like the money is the issue. But once that's figured out, I'm gonna be locked in. I don't have to worry about nothing else but just focus on the journeys.
Yeah.
So this is the next chapter in my life of making something possible.
Right. And the beauty about that is that, yes, money is great because you'll be able to be more comfortable with yourself. Like, you literally went from like living in your car to like roommates to all this thing, and we'll kind of hit on that.
Yeah.
But like, other than just the money aspect of it, and being like comfortable and living good and being able to at least spend a little bit more on yourself and shit like that.
Yeah.
Not only is it that, but it's also like the cooler shit that you can do because now you have a budget and people like helping fund these crazy things. So imagine how much you can actually inspire now. There's like a whole nother level up to like what you can do.
It'll make it so much easier with that budget, because then I could hire people like Knobs to go drive the car, hire a masseuse to like rub my legs, cook, and then I could hire an editor. And what's the most important thing, because it's always hard doing these journeys while I'm running or I'm skating and editing at the same time. It's the most difficult thing, and that's what like prolongs these things. But yeah, that's one thing I want to do too.
I don't think people really understand that you do that shit.
Yeah, they don't know. Some guy actually posted a video I was running with. He's like, "What are you doing right now?" I'm like, "I'm editing my video," and he was running with me. He's like, "This man does everything." Like, well, I'm speaking to like phone and saying the title. I'm like running 300 miles right here, and like la da da, and then I post it and I transfer it. He's like saw everything. He filmed it all. It was hilarious.
Bro, that is like not only are you fucking literally running 50 miles over 110 degrees through the fucking desert. Yeah. The homie's editing while he does it.
Yeah, editing while doing it. And sometimes I'll walk, with Knobs, it was funny. I'll walk in. I'll walk in the car. I'm like, bro, I just filmed 3 videos. I have to edit them right now. He's like, just take a break. And I'll spend 20 minutes just editing, dropping videos, eating, and just like posting. And it was fucking fun. And Knobs is just like massaging my legs while I'm doing it. I'm just like yeah. That's fucking funny.
No, that's fucking awesome. You can just picture everything. Like, so. Like,
sweating, just dripping. The fucking floor was disgusting in the RV. It's like, we didn't care.
And see, so I'm glad that you brought that up, because obviously the whole point is to tell people that they can do whatever the fuck they want, right?
Yeah.
But that shit comes with a price.
Oh, yeah, it does. That
shit comes with a fucking price.
If following your dreams and like doing whatever the hell you want, like it does come with a price, you know what I mean? Like just the things I deal with doing these stuff is like leaving comfortableness and leaving family behind and like locking yourself in, is just being so focused on something. And it gets really lonely because you get all these people you see on the internet, you just swipe, you see all your friends together doing all these cool things. But you look at yourself, you're like, oh man, I got to do this and this. But if you really love it, then you should be fine. But of course, you're human and stuff. You have those emotions to be like, man, I feel like this right now, but like I got to go do the regular thing I do every day. But yeah, when I leave for like months, it's like super hard. I'm like, damn, I'm so far away from home. I want to go home so bad and be comfortable in my bed. But yeah, it does come with a price, you know what I mean? Not everything is a straight line. That's why I tell people, it's like, if everything worked out in your favor, you're like, I'm going to go follow my dreams and, do what I want, have fun. If it was a straight line, then everyone would be doing it, It all comes with, like, waviness, uphills and stuff, and that's when, like, people would be like, fuck this. But you need to, like, kind of go through that. It's always going to be like that in the end of the day. No matter once you finally reach your goal, it's always going to be like that.
Yeah, even when you reach them.
Yeah, even when you reach them, there's always a new obstacle.
Mm-hmm. Like, one thing I even want to, like, hit on, too, is like, all right, you've been in this journey for, like, fucking 10 plus years. Easily, at least 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if we can go back to 10 years and then fast forward and you get zipped into this exact moment and you can look back to all the shit that you've done, the followers that you've gained, the fact that you have been doing this shit full time for, like, 3 years, in theory, you will look at yourself and be like, what the fuck? This motherfucker made it to the most extreme version of what you can probably have imagined then.
Mm-hmm.
But even now, there's so much like struggles and like all these things that are happening in real time, and there's still like so much to go, and it's never gonna end.
Yeah, it's never gonna end. There's always something else. You know what I mean? Like I know deep down inside, like there's more potential. Like I haven't even cracked the most out of me. Like I just have like so much energy still and so much gas I feel like built up. And every time I cross another finish line, and I think deep down inside, like of course I want to keep like succeeding in all these things in a way of like reaching the goal. You know, like running all the way from Santa Monica to Vegas. Like I was kind of scared that wasn't gonna happen because I didn't know. Like I was optimistic about it. I was like, I'm gonna make it, you know, because all the people telling me I couldn't, like it fueled me up. But like deep down inside, I was like, I don't know physically if I could do that. You know what I mean? So I was accepting like me backing out because I never really backed out of any of my journeys or like quit. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like there has to be a day where I quit, you know, or something, it defeats me, and then that's when it like, kills my ego, and that's when it's gonna. I wonder how I'm gonna take that because I don't know how that feels yet to like work so hard in something, believe in it, and then back out of it. Yeah, you see boxers work their asses off, and they're so optimistic, and they lose so quickly, and they're like, I wonder how they that is mentally, you know.
Mm.
So that's something I kind of want. I want to feel something like that, but obviously I don't. I don't want to. I want to do every single thing, but there's bigger journeys, there's bigger stuff to do. But I love doing stuff that people think is absolutely insane. Like I could go do Europe, or I could just go do another little easy run or something. But like I love doing something that makes someone trip the fuck out, and that's what I'm trying to look for every time I finish something. But I let it come naturally. I don't sit down and be like, okay, what's to do? Like I just run or I'll just meditate. Not actually meditate, but running is like meditating for me, you know? But I'll run and I'll think about like, oh, dude, Santa Monica to Vegas, I should do that. Let's tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, let me go do this. I'm telling people, I'm like, yo, I'm running to this and this, and people are like, what the fuck? I'm gonna do it next week. Like, I gotta kind of chill out on that. I need to start planning shit now.
Right. You hit on something that was really powerful, and it was the fact of like that driving force of like, I just want to do some shit that trips somebody out. Like, what the you gonna do? What, bro? Like,
Yeah.
And me knowing you for so long, I've just seen it every single time, and it's just like the fact of like trying to like create an experience for somebody to kind of like be entertained. And we're on the phone recently, and you told me about the time with the dropping in.
Yeah.
I want you to say that story.
I'd love to say that story again. So like, yeah, when we first started skating again, because you reached out to me on Xbox saying, yo, you want to come skate?
Xbox message, bro. Literally,
Yeah, Xbox
like,
message.
you trying to skate.
Yeah, you just hit me up. I mean, we played Call of Duty a few times, but you're like, yo, you want to come skate? And I was like, yo, I'm actually thinking about skating again. Let's go. Met all the homies that we know to this day still, and started skating with y'all. And then I didn't know how to do a nose manual. I didn't know how to do shit. You know, I was brand new to it, obviously. And then there was, I think, one day we just skated that week, and then it was this like 12-foot drop, a 12-foot wall.
Yeah.
Literally a 12-foot wall that literally goes into nothing. You can't even look at it as a skate spot.
At all.
And then we just put like ramps to it, like random ramps. And then I don't know how the idea came. I just like looked at it. I'm not sure if I said it.
We were skating that shit like just like a little mini,
like
tiny ramp. Yeah, going up and down that shit. And then Jason comes and says like, I think I'm gonna drop in from the top. Keep in mind, this motherfucker had no business doing that shit.
No business doing it, bro. Like, I had no business trying to drop in on this thing. But the first one I dropped in, I got bodied a little bit, went back up, did it again. I think I did it 3 times. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I never got it. But I think the fact of that is, like, I was telling you, like, I always saw that in me. I always wanted to try to, like, either like, I liked your guys' energy. Like, what the fuck is he doing? You know? And that made me want to keep going and, like, doing something crazy that no one would even think about doing right there. Even if I knew I couldn't do it. I knew I couldn't do that, but I wanted to do it because you guys thought it was nuts and it'll be a good show.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah, literally.
So with these journeys, like, especially with this one, I started seeing it as like me being like a journalist kind of, like, I go out there and do these things and I document it and I story tell all these things, but I actually am putting myself through like in the ring and like facing all little obstacles in it. And I still don't know like what I would even call myself. I wouldn't call myself a long distance runner. I wouldn't call myself a long distance skateboarder or like, You know, what I would call myself is like an athlete. I would say that, but like I'm still trying to figure out what I do with like the social media stuff. You know what I mean? Because I am documenting. That's the most important thing for me, to make sure people see and they get inspired,
Right.
but also get through like everything.
One thing I don't think a lot of people know is that, so you're doing 50-mile increments basically, right? Like every single day you're doing 50 miles.
So the first 3 days I did 50 miles, and then then the next day I did like, I don't know, I think I did like 48.
Still pretty
Around
up
there.
there.
You know, I was
Basically,
doing that.
we'll say 50 miles.
I did like 11 marathons.
So before this, you've only ran 50 miles once, right?
I ran it twice.
Twice.
Ran it twice, yeah. So I ran it twice. The first one I did it by myself solo.
And the next day you were completely wrecked.
I was fucked up,
You
bro.
couldn't walk, bro.
I was literally in bed, like literally, like I cannot walk and get up. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, and then so you had no idea, like going to like this time you were almost like thinking that you might not be able to physically do it because you've already experienced this before when you did 50 miles, and by the way, not in 110-degree weather,
Mm-hmm.
and you were absolutely like paralyzed the next day.
Dude, I remember, yeah, the first 50 miles, I was cooked, and my brain instantly thought of like that. Like it was like traumatic for me. You know, it's like a PTSD, like fuck, if I do 50 miles, I'm gonna feel like this again, which I did feel like that. Like the first day I woke up feeling like absolute shit, and I was like, I woke up at 2:30 a.m. I was like, I have to fucking run another one right now. And I literally was like, I got off of bed, started limping. I started just like not like really bitching, but it was like moaning and groaning. I was like, fuck, like, I don't know. I started walking. I walked for like a mile, and I just started running. And it was hurting the whole way. It hurt the whole fucking way. But then I did another 50 after that, and it just kept getting worse. Pains. I had to start eating painkillers because of how bad it was.
Shit.
I ate a lot, but like not like terrible, but like up to
Yeah.
1 in the morning, 1 at night, or 1 before I stopped running. Because at the end, it always was the most painful thing on my knees.
What are you like thinking of when you're like, say you're 25 miles in, bro, you're fucking dying. Like where do you like look back to, like the fuel? Like, is it like people telling you that you can't do it? Is that like the main driver?
That does, yeah, that kind of drives me, but also like the people supporting as well, and then the people come like messaging me saying like, thank you for doing this. Like the people saying they don't believe in me, that's just something like a little bit, but the main one is the people like support. You know what I mean? They're wanting me to go. They're like, Jay, we believe in you. Keep going. We believe in you, and that makes me feel good. And I see Nops out there. You know, he was struggling bad too. It wasn't just me. Like this guy was a one-man band. You know what I mean? I put him through the ringer, and that RV we had didn't have no AC. Shit. It was bad, so Nops was going through it a lot. And so I just kept thinking about him, and I was like, if he's doing that, like I have to give it my all. But during those like the most difficult times, I'm thinking like this is only gonna be like temporary. Like my legs always come back. Like those legs, they'll be dead. You're walking and you're just like limping, your hips are hurting, but you're like, there's gonna be like an hour or two, like your legs come back, you feel like they're fresh again, and it's like a wave. You feel good and then you feel bad, and you feel good. It's like it's like a wave.
So that's just like the perfect like example of fucking going after your dreams.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect example of just pushing through the hardest times, because in the end of the day, like let's say if like someone's really depressed and they're like feeling like it's never ending, because that pain felt like it was never ending, and it doesn't let you know when it's going to come back. But like I use that as like, if you're going through pain, this is why we did it for mental health. I was like, if you're going through pain, just know it will get better in time. Just keep on going forward. And I was like representing in that way, like just push forward. Like I promise you will get better. And then you're going to get sad again. It's going to be happy. But you just have to figure out through life what would make you feel better. It's all about perspective in a way. Like I was enjoying the pain. I was like, this is where I want to be, you know? Like I can't always be like wishing for me feeling good, because like this is what it is. Like I knew it would be painful. I put myself in the situation. That's why the mental health thing was so important too. So when Jay reached out saying let's do that for Galanti and what they represent and everything, like I was like, yeah, I'm so down to do it. And honestly, this was a whole learning experience for me for doing it for mental health. I never thought about doing it, but so many people came up to me in the last day. They stopped me, like probably like maybe like 100 people or less, like 80. They stopped and they cried. A lot of people cried. They came up crying like, thank you for doing this for mental health. Like, this is how I feel. And then it was crazy. And they couldn't stop themselves from crying. I was like, wow. I was like, this is insane. And all because I said I was doing it for mental health and bringing awareness like that. So I'm really glad I pushed through all that pain, because the people are going through pain out there. Like someone at the gas station you walk by, they look like normal people, bro. Like everyone, they look like they have nice cars. They look like they have a lot of money. Those people came up to me, and they'll just cry their eyes out. It was insane.
Yeah, that's fucking powerful, bro.
Yeah, it was insane.
And I think a really like important thing to think about too is that you've kind of always been like that though. Like as far as like being vulnerable, like to the world, bro. Because that's a really like tough thing to do. I feel like I've seen countless videos of you like literally homeless, documenting that and talking like that you're literally going through the fucking craziest shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know to yourself that you know that you will get through it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. When I was living in my car, I remember I made a video on Patreon. Like I made a little vlog, like going to the gym, showering, getting my little bag, putting my shit in there, taking it back to my car. And I remember I drove by this little parking lot where I slept every night, and I filmed it. I was like, this is where I'm at right now at this day. One day I'm not gonna be here. One night, I started vlogging my life, saying one day I'm not gonna be here. But this is good. This is the good old days, Like one day I'm gonna look at it and be like, damn, I wish I was here again. And I always think about that. I was like, yeah, those were like the good days, Like living in the car, like it was kind of fun. It was kind of like, it was a chase. It was like coming up like the underdog. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna do this. That was a good feeling. Yeah. I like that. But I still have that feeling. I still feel like I'm like an underdog, and that's like the best feeling. Like I'd rather feel like that than feel like someone who has everything in the world. So it's cool to look back at me living in the car though, and doing this now. Like even if I lived in the car right now, I'd probably still be doing this.
It's perspective, like you said. Like
yeah,
I feel the same way. Like I love being in the mud, bro. It's my favorite thing.
It's fun, bro.
It's genuinely my favorite thing, and there that comes with its own also like negative things that comes with. Yeah. Because we also might be sabotaging ourselves sometimes because we like to be in shit so much that like you like subconsciously you accidentally put yourself there.
Yeah.
I
can see that. Yeah, I can see that. That's something I questioned about myself a few times, like thinking about like, because I love being like in the darkness, like I put myself there even when I'm like in the light, because there's been times where I'll like be in the light, like Jason did it, yeah, but I'll just bring myself back down. It's like trying to humble myself, like I'm not a god, I'm not like this special person, I'm not like trying to be like, look at me everybody, like like I like attention, but I don't like it at the same time, because I overthink what people are thinking. Or like this person thinks this person thinks I'm the shit, and I feel like I'm the shit, and like I don't feel like that. I'm just really excited what I did. And then, so I just bring myself back down and put myself in my lab, I guess I would call it. Like that darkness is like the lab, because that's where I felt like I would cook up more about like ideas, or like, just maybe about my mental, and just fix everything in there. Yeah. That's how I would probably see it too.
Yeah, it's exactly that. Like there's the really beautiful side of it, because like you're staying grounded. Yeah. Because some people just lose it all. Like I think a lot of conversations that we had back in the days, we were so like, yes, we are going to make it, obviously. Mm-hmm. We were so like, no shit, we're going to make it. Whatever we want to do, we will make it happen. Yeah. But I think a lot of the conversations we actually had were, we got to stay up there.
Yeah. We did. I remember. Yeah.
So many of these conversations where like, hey, look, like we're seeing people around us go up faster than us because it took us a long time, bro. Yeah. Like, truthfully, is like, we were in the mud for a long time with zero light of anything like, oh, this can work. We were so just delusional that it will work, but we saw nothing. We were getting no actual feedback that it's working.
Yeah, nothing. But the only thing I kind of think we did was like with Future Mob, with our old YouTube channel we had. I feel like that we were cooking something up that was really good. We had something going, right? I feel like also I want to always mention this to you. I feel like all this shit that we did back then, if we did it now, shit will go crazy.
Oh my God, we will blow the fuck up, or arrested.
Or arrested, yeah, because people do get arrested nowadays for making content. So,
bro, if we were streaming all that bullshit that we did,
God.
oh my God, we'd be fucking filthy rich.
So I think it is a blessing that we did that and we got it out of our systems and did all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were cooking up with that, and then what it felt like is like we were doing something good, and then we did our own thing, you know. And so it felt like for me, I went down. I was like, okay, now I got to figure something out, and then we all were figuring it out, you know. It was not just me. We all were just like, okay, what's now? And we all found something, you know, and now we got to build it back up. And like you said, we got to keep it. Got to keep it up there. I want to keep it up there, and I know we will, you know, because I feel like me and you are like really consistent on like trying to want more. I just think we had to take care of our minds. That's the most important thing, because we're gonna keep working no matter what. We're never.
I think that's like the chapter I'm in, like the last maybe 2 years probably, like just slowing down. You know what I mean? Like I know myself very well now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Back then I didn't. You know what I mean? I was trying to figure myself out. Like, of course, we're still like gonna keep on growing and stuff, but I have a really good understanding of who I am and what I want my life to look like. And that is, I think, like step one genuinely is like once you really understand that, like you can create truthfully whatever you want. Because a lot of the times we have these like thoughts that we think are ours, but they're not. Like, we think that we want this flashy lifestyle with money or whatever. Like, I never really wanted that, but I'm saying like other people probably have that perspective that they think they want this, but it's just ingrained into our head. Yeah. So you're chasing something that you don't even fucking want.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
people are just chasing stuff, because they see it online and they probably hear it from their friends or family saying like all this stuff. I don't know, but like even for me, like I don't even want like that, like the stuff I'm staying at right now. You know, you see me at these really fancy hotels and everything. It's cool and all, like it's dope, and I stay there because I just need a spot to stay, and it's like it's nice. But I look at myself and I sit down. I was like, I don't really need all this, you know. I don't care to have all this. Like the main thing I want to focus on, like what's next, like not how to get this, not how to get $1 million or a nice watch. Like money is just like so whatever, and just as enough as I have. Like one day I want to get a family, so just enough if I could get that for my family to take care of them one day, and I could just be like, I'm gonna do journeys and do this, take care of my kids and everything like that, because one day I do want to have all that. So yeah, I wanna buy a house and settle down there and just go do my shit. I don't need a whole like mansion. I don't need a whole car.
Yeah, like and to achieve that dream, like this is what I was hitting on. To achieve that dream of as far as like how much money you actually need to make in order for you to like provide for your family and buy a house. Yeah, is not that much. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's not.
Like it's not. So like sometimes we're working towards this fictional goal, and you have to like kind of like check your track real quick and be like, okay, for the last 3 years, because I fell into this shit like heavy, especially like the last like right before I went in this journey 2 years ago. Like 3 years ago, I was in a little trap that I didn't realize I was in. I was like, oh shit. I had to look around and be like, I was tweaking. This is not even what I want. Hold on, like let me slow back down and correct my tracks real quick.
Wait, what was it?
I just think that I was going off of. I don't want to get too deep into it, like what specific thing, but like I was chasing someone else's dream that was planted in my head.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't my dream, but the thing with people like us is that we have so much fucking fuel. Yeah. If someone plants a fucking dream in your head, you're going after that shit and you're going really hard at that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's something to think about now for people that are high achievers, hard workers. I'm not gonna get too deep, but you can get exploited. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like you kind of have to kind of just like, all right, what do I want me as a person? Not what these people that are around me trying to make money, bro. Yeah. Because what you are now, you have this like influence.
Yeah, now it's an influence.
Influence is so powerful in so many positive ways, in so many negative ways. And someone can come in here and fuck around and do some weird shit and like trick you into believing something that you don't actually believe.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So like this is like that time where you like, which is great that you're already thinking of like, all right, like I need to, because even like you were thinking of like, all right, I need to set up a team and shit. Like
Yeah, I
I need
really
to
need a
get behind a
team.
brand. But you always gotta make sure that these people are actually on the same mission you are.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the goal. Yeah, get a team because I've been doing it all by myself, and I'm like, it gets a little exhausting. So as long as I have someone that's like people helping me out, it could be one or two persons, which I do have one person helping me out. I have this lady. Her name is Lisa. I met her in South Africa actually. She helped me when I was finishing my last stretch skating from Johannesburg to Cape Town. And I call her like my momager right now because she's like a mom to me now. She's so sweet. She's awesome. And she just like, we talk every single day ever since then. Like ever since I did that journey, we have not missed a day talking. And she's like, Jay, I want to help you like set you up, you know, like if you need help with emailing, you need help with this or that, like reaching out to people, I'll do it. Because she has a nonprofit out there in South Africa where she helps. She has an orphanage. It's called the Winnie Mabaso Foundation. And she, their kids with like AIDS and stuff. She feeds the whole community out there, like these townships. And it's just a really, really amazing organization. And she's like the owner of it. But she was fulfilling this lady's, dream, wanting to do all this. But the lady was named Winnie Mabaso, but she passed away, so she was never able to actually make this orphanage. So then she stepped in. She's in the UK. She stepped in and went to South Africa, and just did all this for the kids.
wow.
So that's why it's called the Winnie Mabaso Foundation, because it's named after the lady that passed away. There's a deeper story to it, which I love, like when she tells the story and she shares it. But yeah, she's so trustworthy, and like she's so like sweet, and then she's been helping me with like emails, reaching out to brands and companies. So that's like one person helping me out, which is awesome. It takes a lot of weight off me. Even with the skate park I'm getting built in Uganda, like she's helping me out with that since she knows about like land and everything. So yeah, it's just crazy. Now I would just need like an editor. I would love to get an editor. I would love to get I think that's pretty much it. Like an editor and just like a brand that would just like, yo, Jay, here's this much money. If you could do 4 journeys and represent us,
right.
you're chilling. I'm like, all right, I'll literally use the whole budget. I'll just keep whatever for me for a little bit, and that's it. I'll use the whole fucking budget. But that's the dream. Now I'm chasing that, and it feels good to chase something else, you know. And like I have like a whole resume, but like skated across America, Japan, Africa, Iran, 300 miles. Now there's like hella shit to do. Maybe I want to go to Antarctica. I want to go to Antarctica. I would love to do something across that. I would love to just do so much. There's so much out there. So many ideas, man.
And I've seen some people like in your comment section like hitting on that aspect is like what are you running from, bro? Like what are you chasing?
Yeah.
Like I don't think people understand that like it's not always like that. Mm. It's just genuinely some people have a drive.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, then like it's just not for you.
Exactly. I tell people this, like I have like ADHD. I feel like I still have it even when I was younger.
And here real quick, this motherfucker has ADHD like crazy,
to
bro.
the max, bro. Like to the max. When I was younger, I mean, I tell this story all the time, bro. I'll take shits on top of the roof. I'm hiding under cars, bro. I'm running around fucking crazy. I'm doing the craziest shit. Like, it's always been like that. My mom has always had issues like taking care of me because of how wild I was.
The cops used to have to come and pick this motherfucker up from his house because he was like, I'm not leaving.
Yeah. I told that story too. Like the cops would pick me up, take me to school. I would ditch school every day. We'll go skating and shit, ditching school because I just wanted to be moving. I don't like. My problem is sitting down, even with the homeschooling shit too. Like, I hated that shit because you had to sit down and be with one person and talking about some boring shit. I'm like, I want to go out there and I want to be in the streets and skate with the homies, you know, like. But yeah, like as I got older, I still have that. So like me sitting down is like so hard. So like this run was these journeys are so easy, including the run, because I'm moving every day. Like it's stressful a little bit for me and it makes me super exhausted, but like I love it because I'm not just sitting down. So when people ask me, like, what are you running from? Like, is there an issue you're running from? I was like, it makes me think a little bit, like, am I? I'm like, we all have problems. We're all trying to run away from something, of course, but it's like, that's not my whole thing. Like, I just love moving. You know, this is what helps me in my mental. So when I'm running out there, I'm like, I feel good. I feel happy. I get a little down and tired, but now, like, bring it back up. Just put some fucking bangers on my speaker and I'm good.
Right.
You know?
And I think that, like, those comments that say, like, what are you running from or whatever, and then you even question it real quick, and you, like, stop and be like, okay, well, hold on.
I thought about it a lot.
The beauty is that you were able to come to the conclusion that you're not tripping and you're not running from something because you know yourself.
Mm.
Like, that is the overall thing, bro. Like, because if you didn't, like, if you happen to have, like, maybe 10 years ago stumbled on fame and you would have got that comment, I think you wouldn't have handled it the same way that you handled it now, because you've went through all these difficulties in your life that make you learn about yourself and who you are.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I think so. Like, even back then, like, before my America trip, I was so different. Like, I was like an arrogant, like, I wouldn't call myself like a piece of shit, but like, I'd probably say that. Like, I was just like wild, and you know what I mean? But like, I was kind of chill, but I'm a completely different person from I was from 2024. And yeah, I mean, a part of that, I don't know. It is weird. It's a weird, that whole like 2 years, because it hasn't been 2 years at all since I started my first journey. And the reason I think I like capitalize so much on these journeys is because it's like, obviously they're big, and it's like they're like crazy expeditions and stuff like that. But like, they just like changed me for who I am. And I just see there's so much memories in there that is like, it like unlocks something in my head. It's like, makes me like calm down and humble down as be this person, because I've seen so much. And so every time I start tripping out about something, or I start like getting anxious, I'm like, dude, just chill out. Like, it's not like a big deal. Look what you did. Look what has happened. Look what you've seen out there in the world. People go through this. People are going through that. Everyone is literally just trying to do something. You know what I mean? And people are inspired by you because you're doing these journeys. They're inspired because you're pushing yourself, and it gives them fuel. So I really like that idea. Like, that's why I like really love talking about these journeys, even if they probably 20 years down the line. But like, we're gonna keep adding on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
What time are we at, Greg?
2:50.
We been flowing. There's a lot of good shit in there.
It's cooks, bro. It's
Look
cooks.
at a lot of good shit in there.
That's good. Are you gonna use any of this?
I don't know. I'm gonna see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Because
Okay.
I have no, like, agenda.
Yeah.
Like, I have no, like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even have a fucking podcast, fucking channel or nothing. Like, this is my literal first podcast.
Okay.
Shit, like, because I think we'll talk about this, actually, because, like, this is like, literally when I was driving here, I was thinking, like, all right, I don't know what's gonna come about this podcast at all, but I do know one thing, is that every single time I have done something like this, where it's like, I don't know why I'm doing this, but it feels right, and I'm gonna just go towards it, something always comes from it.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's like, well, I just practiced talking on camera to somebody, and I just learned skills. You know what I mean?
You learned how to like kind of like put this together. You know,
Yeah.
you learned how to bring someone in here and come to the studio. It's all little minor things. and
Exactly.
Small things.
Or somehow, in 5 years, I have a crazy big podcast now because of this one podcast.
Yeah. That's
Like,
gonna be fire.
Bro,
dude.
who knows?
Who knows?
Like,
You never know.
Who knows? And I think that's your approach, like,
Yeah.
to everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Who knows? Like, the running shit, like, I didn't know what I wanted from it. I was like, I just like running. Let's just try it. And we tried it.
Think
And
about
now
the
it's-
America trip. If it wasn't for that America trip, that you probably just randomly were just like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna just run across America. Fuck it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do it. These new journeys only happen because of that one.
Yeah. If I would have never done that, none of this would have happened. I probably would be lost, bro. Honestly, I can't figure out what I would have done. I probably would have been really lost out there, because we were making content. I had a content house with my homies, and we were making content in the house. And once that lease ended, we're all splitting ways. And I can't imagine after splitting ways what I would have done, because I had nothing to look forward to but to film content with my other homies that lived with me. So I would have been completely lost and probably down in the dumps, bro. Who would have knew? I probably would have got like I probably would have moved and back in my whip or something. I don't know.
But the
like
reality
crazy.
is, you would have just figured it out.
I
another
would have
way.
figured it out. Yeah, something would have popped up, you know, because at the end of the day, like, we look back at all those things and be like, oh, this could have happened. But you just never know. Like, you never know what would have came up out that. There's always different roads to take. And it's all like, I don't know. It's trippy. It is trippy that I skated across America, and I never even thought I would even do anything like that. in a way. Like I thought I would bike across America. I wanted to do that. That was the original plan, to bike across America with a backpack with my skateboard in my back and just vlog every single day, going to skate spots and doing tricks. But then after when me and Oreo came up with that idea, we're like, yo, let's skate across America, and we did it. Like it was crazy and it blew up, and I'm like, people like this, bro? Like I'm just talking, but like I'm skating this day one. People love that. I was like, what? I was like, okay, let me make it in New York and see what I bought my ticket in Japan. I bought my ticket for Japan in New York the first week I made it. I was like, I love this shit. Let's do it again.
Wow.
Japan happened. It was cool. It was dope. You know, it was beautiful. I met a lot of great people out there. Made a lot of great friends. I finished it, came back home, and I was like depressed. I was like super depressed, super down. I was like, why do I feel like this? Like, I just bought my first apartment. I was chilling. You know what I mean? I was like doing my thing. I was like, this is where you should be happy, which I was happy. You know, I was comfortable. I was gaining weight. I was eating so much food, and I couldn't, like, I didn't know what to do. And then I just found, I found running. Like, I found this guy on the internet, and he was running 300 miles, and he was like, I haven't slept for 2 days. I'm on mile 250. He's like, I have 50 more miles. I'm seeing fucking rainbow donkeys running around. Like, he's tripping out. I'm like, that looks fun. So that's why I started running, because I saw this guy on the internet doing it. So I got inspired too of people on the internet.
Right.
Like, I see crazy people, and I want to do crazy stuff. So I started running because this guy, I ran with that guy. I spoke to him. He was really cool. And like, yeah, it's like, I feel like it's okay to get inspired off people like that. But
you just gotta be willing to try shit and to like that's my biggest thing is like anything that I want to try is like I'm going full throttle at that shit.
Full throttle.
I'm gonna buy all the fucking gear day one, and we're gonna fucking see what happens.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you do, and that's how you end up in these situations.
Yeah, exactly. So then after that, like I started running. It was helping with my mental. It was keeping me kind of active because I wasn't skating. I didn't feel like doing shit. I was still depressed because I was like, my identity is skating across countries now. So I feel like the only way people care about me if I skate across a country or if I do something so crazy. I was like, what do I do? That's like, I don't know. I'm not motivated to do anything else. And I remember I made a video on my phone saying like, I'm thinking about skating across Africa. I don't know why I'm thinking this. And I was still in Japan. Now, I haven't even finished my journey. I looked back at that video. I was like, oh, shit, I don't know if I should do it, dude. And then that's when Isaac reached out to me. The two guys that I skated across Africa with, they reached out, and I was like, this is meant to be. So I talked to them.
Wait, they reached out before you even said it?
They reached out before I even said it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I haven't even said it. I mean, I said it on my story. I put it on my story like months back. And then they reached out to me when I was chilling, when I was like depressed and shit in my house.
Damn,
and
perfect.
Like they just told me that they're like, hey, if you want to skate across Africa, we'll do it with you. And I was like, fuck, this is like perfect timing, you know, like let's do it. And then we got on calls and we set it up. I bought my ticket immediately to Uganda, set out my visas, and then I did that. And like, but that period, I didn't know I was gonna do anything else. I thought I was done. I was like, I don't want to make no videos. People were like telling me when I was in Japan that I stole the money, and like it was that. I think that's what put me down in the dumps. So people were saying like, you're stealing all the money for the kids, and like there people were calling me fake and everything. I don't know where all that came from, saying I stole the money. And I was like showing receipts. I'm like, yo, this is where the money's at.
Right.
So that's what put me like really down in the dumps, and I was like, I don't want to do this again no more. But yeah, I did Africa. I didn't expect much out of Africa. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy me. Like, there's no time limit. I'm gonna stay out here as long as I want and just push. And then there was no traction for the first like four countries. There was very little traction. But when we got to like Botswana, that's when it started getting traction. And I was like, also whatever about views. I was like, you know what? Fuck the views. Like, and I started pushing, and then Botswana was blowing up, and then people were seeing it. They'll see us on the street, and I was like, oh shit. And then after that, we get to South Africa. Well, I get to South Africa because they couldn't make it. South Africa was a different story.
That shit was crazy.
It was insane because they have everything is like modernized. You know, like they have like buildings, they have internet, all that stuff. Like everything's accessible right there. It's kind of like this. You could just chill in here. I made a podcast out there too. And yeah, it was different. And then I was like, I did not expect this at all. I kicked it out there and I came back. I thought I was going to be depressed when I came back home again because I had to move out of my first apartment.
Right. I
was like, I have to move out. I'm going to live in my friend's couch. You know, I don't have much money anymore. I spent all my money because I lose money doing these journeys. And I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? Like, how am I going to feel? I go back home, I'm moving all my shit, and I'm like, I feel good. I'm like, oh, I still feel motivated. I want to do something. And I'm living. I live on my friend Mitch's couch right now, and I was telling him like I'm surprised I don't feel like depressed. You know, like, I still feel good, even though it's like it looks like I'm stepping backwards. Like I feel so fucking good. Like it makes me hungry to do more, and then that's when this journey came about. Because I started running again when I came back from Africa, and then when I was running, I thought of the idea from running this, and yeah, no. So now I'm just like, it just comes naturally. I don't know, like all of it does, but you see that wave. It's like hyped and low, like hyped
And
and
you
low.
gotta know when to, like, just like wave scenario, like you have to, when you're out there surfing, there's waves that come that you're just like, that's not even worth it.
Yeah.
That, why the fuck would I ride that wave? Like, when the right one comes, you better get your ass on that fucking wave.
Yeah.
And I think that's like how life works. Like you can't be forcing a fucking wave to come. The ocean will do that. Life will do that.
Yeah.
But you gotta be fucking ready. And the only way to be ready is by staying ready.
You gotta stay ready.
You gotta stay ready.
You gotta be
for
alert,
when
bro.
the waves. So when you're surfing out there, you're fucking looking out there and be like, all right, like when you're not be fucking chilling, looking around and shit. Like
you'll miss
you gotta
it.
be ready for that fucking wave.
Yeah.
And I think, for one, most people are not even in the ocean to be even able to get on the fucking wave itself.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good analogy too. Like, and I also like the one where it's like, because for me, when I hear something like, you got to keep working harder, like work harder towards your dreams, keep going, you know, give it all you can. That just sounds really tiring.
Right.
That sounds so exhausting. And I think it's like, it should all just be like how we treat the stop signs out here, you know, the street lights and stuff. Like, yeah, we could keep going, taking green lights, but at least we got to hit a yellow. Hit a yellow or a red. You know what I mean?
And
like
look around and
you
be
have
like, yeah,
to.
that's just beautiful right here.
Or else you get smacked by a car, right? If you just keep going, take that red. Because some people don't know how to take like a sign to be like, hey, you should chill out for a second.
Right.
You know, like, or else you're gonna get fucking smacked. And that's what I was doing now. So every journey now, it's like I chill out. I don't need to feel pressure to post so much videos, because if I do that, I know I'm gonna crash. Like my mental is gonna crash. And it's possible. All this stuff is possible. People could crash. So when I tell people, like, if you want to chase your dreams, if you like hear someone say work harder and like work as hard as you can, like, yeah, work hard. You know, if you work in a full-time job and prioritizing your dream, like prioritize your dream over your job. It's gonna be fucking exhausting, but it's how bad you want it, and just know that's not gonna be like that forever. It's gonna graduate more towards your thing. You're gonna be making some money here, and like it'll just work out. But just like be easy on yourself. Be so kind to yourself.
I'm so glad you brought that up, bro, because I don't think many people really talk about that.
Yeah.
And people like us and the viewer that's listening that's like so ambitious, they hear people talking about they work so fucking hard and they're the hardest worker in the world. So when you're fucking laying down in bed and you're actually fucking exhausted, you start questioning yourself a little bit and be like, damn, do I not got it? Because like they're saying they work all fucking day and whatever the fuck. But the reality is like, know when to just chill.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if there's that too, there is levels to everything,
Yes.
right? If you want to be a great like Kobe and shit like that, you want to be out there for 5 a.m. throwing balls and stuff, whatever. Like, there's that. Of course, you could do that, but there's levels to it. You don't need to be at the freaking like Drake level or like a Kobe level. Like, that's the stuff. Like, they do that. People are some wired or differently, bro.
Exactly.
Like, and then some are just have like a big ass team to help you work up to that. But if it's just you, like literally just you, like, bro, be so easy on yourself and like.
Well, it depends on what you want.
Yeah, it depends on what you want.
And you have to know yourself enough. This is like what I was talking about in the beginning of this podcast. I don't want to be Kobe, bro.
Yeah.
That's a way different life that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
That's not my destiny. But I also can't expect to be Kobe.
So I guess the person has to be like so detailed on what they want.
Self-awareness.
What level you want to be at. Because I as well don't want to be like a Kobe level, but I would love to be like, damn, I can't find a scenario right now. But I would like in an athlete form, I would love to be like a Shaun White, you know, like, you know what I mean, or like
he's got his own video game.
Yeah, he had his own video game, but I think I'm not sure what Shaun White and Tony Hawk where they are at leverage.
Tony Hawk's way fucking.
He's up there. Okay, so I would love to be a Shaun White. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's an athlete. I think he's done a few Olympics. I don't know.
See, like, you know enough of Shaun White, but you don't know him like fucking Tony Hawk.
Yeah, I don't know him like Tony Hawk.
So that's a nice place to be.
Because I don't want to be too big. You know, I don't want to be like, oh, Jason, you walking around, Jason. Like, I just want to be like, oh, like, Jason, I seen your stuff. It's like shit, bro. Like, I'm like, thanks. Like, that's it. Like I know what a level I want to be at. So I guess like figuring out self-awareness of what level you want to be at, then work to that level, and then you'll start figuring out how much you need to work and where to be easier on yourself and like all that.
And the self-awareness only happens with time.
Yeah, through time, through a learning experience too, to see like how much it takes for you to crash out and be like,
right,
fuck, I'm exhausted, you know, like
like really be like. I feel like you also done a lot of journaling, right?
I did some journaling, yeah.
I think like back in the days, I remember we would both be journaling,
yeah.
And I think that's powerful because it lets you reflect. There has to be a lot of reflection because you have to be able to understand like those things, where I burned out, why did I burn out, who was around me when I burned out. You gotta start thinking about all these things, and that's how you really understand who you are, and that's the only way to really achieve like what you actually want.
Yeah,
it's the only way.
Yeah, I believe so too. That's the same thing, man. It's just crazy to see how all this is, especially like 17 years knowing you, bro. It's fucking. We've seen so much of each other, bro. I lived in your house for a bit.
You did.
I lived in your house for a bit, and like, I'd fucking be walking around midnight, just like walking around doing my thing, ditching school and going skating. You'd be at work.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how far we are right now. Wait till another 10 years, bro. We'll see how.
Yeah. This, like you said, it's really just the beginning.
It is.
So let's just end this like podcast here. Like, we talked about the whole journey. We talked about how like you're pushing through like uncertainty, but you know that something's at the end of that fucking tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
There's people just like us where we see no light at the edge of the tunnel, but we at least keep on walking through the fucking darkness because like I know there will eventually be a tunnel.
Yeah.
I mean, there'll eventually be a light.
There'll be something there. There'll either be nothing, a wall.
And you might as well just try to get to the end of the wall then.
Yeah, you might as well try to figure out what's over there. You know what I mean? If it's a wall, that's the worst case scenario. You walk your ass back.
Boom.
You go backwards a little bit.
Yep.
But you're going to go, if you have to climb that mountain to get to the other side, that's chill. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot more work, but yeah, that's what I would say. You just never know what's on the other side of the wall. You ever seen that meme when that guy is hitting that? It's like a world's famous thing, I feel like. But the guy trying to pickaxe his way to the diamonds, the other guy walked back, and one guy in the below makes it all the way because he keeps going forward.
Right.
Just be that guy. Be the guy who goes forward no matter what. If you're certain that's the spot, like this is what I want to do.
And the beauty is in the actual fucking smacking of everything. Like, you're going to get to the edge of that fucking tunnel, you're going to see the light, and you're going to just go back into another fucking tunnel.
Yeah.
The beauty is in the grind and in the actual, like, that's where the fulfillment is.
Yeah.
So, like, you just got to kind of have to, if you already know what that is for you, I feel like we were both pretty aware of what we wanted to do, so it's pretty easy to go towards it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I know in my life specifically, there was just one period that I was 100% depressed. Like there's no way it was just sadness. That shit was depression for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one time, and it was because I was a little bit uncertain of what I was supposed to go. And it was when like we kind of just stopped filming. It was like before Future Mob even ended. It was like before that. Like nobody was filming, but that's all I knew.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit. So who the fuck am I then? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I started fucking freaking out. It was the first time in my life. I never felt like that ever since.
Yeah.
But it was only because I kept on just like, all right, dude, this shit didn't work out because all I knew was a group channel on YouTube. That's all I fucking knew. I tried my own shit, like solo. It didn't give me that same fulfillment. Yeah. It just wasn't it. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck do I do? And it wasn't until I just kept on trying shit, and this was months, bro. Like in the middle of this like journey, I can pinpoint the worst day of my life easily. I was working at fucking Ono at a restaurant. It was my birthday. I was in the back fucking cutting up some fucking salads. And it's my birthday, right? I was already in a depression state because like the way that it worked, at least for me, was like I'd be kind of chill like 80% of the days. But when it's that 20% and I get into this depression state, like I'm fucked, bro. Like there's no way out until I just wake up the next day and hope that I feel better. Yeah. So I was already in a depressed state working, and I was by myself in the back, and it was my birthday, right? So I hear the door open at the restaurant I worked in, and they had these cake, they had these presents, and and then they call me. They're like, Jason, like, we have something for you. And I was like, fuck. I was depressed as fuck. And these people are doing like a very kind thing for me.
Yeah.
So what I had to do is like put the fakest smile I've ever had to do, bro. Like, genuinely, it was so bad. Like, I have that feeling stuck in me, bro. Like, I would, like, the way I felt was so, like I just never want to feel like that again.
That's the fucking worst. Yeah, that's literally the worst.
And they're singing to me happy birthday, and I'm like, all these people that have gifts, and I'm like, I don't like
smile
myself.
on your face.
I don't like myself and where I'm at right now.
Wow.
But I have to. These people are doing a kind gesture, so I at least have to show up for them and show them that I appreciate them.
Yeah. Wow.
Went right back, fucking depressed as fuck.
You just went back to your same face.
Perfect. We'll end it right there. Batteries are dying.
That was good, bro.
This was great.
Did it, bro.
Yeah, we did it. All right.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.